Welcome back to Satisfactory. I thought we'd just continue this rather interesting endeavor that I'm doing here, as some of you might actually enjoy it, some of you might not enjoy it at all, but I haven't done much of this going out into the wild stuff in the game, so figure why not. I dearly hope that those things up there have not respawned, because they almost killed me and I am not a fan of being killed. So let's try that. Speaking of which, on the audio dialogue effects, I don't know if I adjust this to 40. It doesn't seem to do much. Ah, the rifle is still loud. Is the rifle under the effects at all? If I put this to 0, it is under effects. It's just very loud then. Guess we'll leave it at 40. I don't use the rifle that often, so hopefully you don't mind. I can put it at 50. Because otherwise you won't be able to hear me placing ramps. If it is a problem, let me know. But looking at the level of the audio in OBS now that I'm placing ramps, it doesn't even go into the yellow, whereas the rifle goes into the red, so it is excessively loud. Okay, now let's deconstruct this. I don't need that to be here. I don't like leaving these in the wilds. The reason for that is because I use the map on Satisfactory calculator, and I like to know what things are. The only reason why I might have to go back up here is to further overclock the mine, which is very unlikely considering belt speeds. Let's place down a lookout tower there. See if those things have respawned. I can see one of them. Let's do that again. Something I possibly should do while I'm up here, place down a radar tower. Speaking of radar, is that uranium? Okay, so that's the other way I have to go to get the other bauxite node. I'm not going to be bothering with that now, but I want to check if that is uranium. Not that I need any uranium, nor would I want to carry any. Yep, that is a whole bunch of uranium. This ramp I am going to leave because I need to get back up here to get the other bauxite. Left stuff over there. Let's go get rid of that. Reload this, throw it all. It's to get rid of the trees primarily, not the wasps. I don't care much about an obelisk detonating around them. Far enough. There we go. Now I can take out wasps. Determined little buggers. Really? There should be one more, I think. No? No. Don't need reinforced iron plates. Snack tree. You, on the other hand, you're a big one, I think. Ah. These I've been seeing on my map for all the longest time, so that is quite nice to get rid of those. Do these rocks hide anything? Since there is... I mean, there should have been some visual indication if there were, you know, like a slug or something in them. No, seems to be fine. Don't really need concrete, definitely don't need wires. I'm just going to leave that around. Reinforced iron plates are absolutely no use for. I have taken the hard drive in the pod, so don't need to bother with that. Screws, that's the last thing I need. Okay, now we need to get down to the car. And that could be very interesting. I didn't build ramps this time. The other time I went up here, had the walkway ramps. No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to do that the safe way. I do not want to fall down. Bouncy. Oh, didn't take any damage. It would have been nice to build some kind of insane ramp that I could get up there with a car, because when you're inside the car, the monsters don't care about you, which is of course a very nice and added benefit, but yep. Having a ramp going all the way up there is going to look completely and utterly ridiculous, so in my desire for having things look neat and orderly, I don't think so. However, that lift, crikey. I'm not sure about this. Even if I build an observation tower or lookout tower, I don't think I'm going to be close enough to even construct the thing. Was not what I was trying to do. There is a specific point you can stand. There we go. Well, can I build? No, I cannot. if I've gotten it built. That's the problem now. Because I haven't seen that happening. Let's just do that temporarily. Looks interesting. But it looks better than having one of those old gigantic conveyor pole stacks going all the way up there. Oh my god, that would... an interesting, very interesting challenge. But I did manage to get it at an almost correct angle. That's something. Now we need to deal with the power. And I also need to completely redo this refinery section. I'm planning on doing that at least partially in an episode, but I need to do the maths first, because, you know, math, I need to make sure that I'm actually doing the correct things and so forth. And oil products are rather... do I want to bother go get that slug? Apparently I do. I just do that. Organization, walkway, ramp. Come on. Hello, green power slug. That's the sound you want to hear me make when I pick up a slug, right? Okay, so the question is, can I get up to that power pole that I built somewhere up there? Or do I have to take a more creative approach to it, aka building ramps and all the things to get to it? Well, that's the answer to that. Hello, Foundation. Turn. Bit worried about my situation with iron rods. Should be enough. Now let's get out the sword. We have the power pole here. I should also overclock some of those water pumps so that I don't need 3 of them. Actually, you need 3 of them anyways, don't you? Because otherwise the water is going to be enough. I guess I can underclock then. I think there was a power slug up here. Thank you for coming into visibility. Or is it just that thing? I don't know. But what I will do when I'm... Should have put a radar tower up there, but I can always do that later on. This is where the precision button comes in handy. Oh. Really? Okay. You hide then. Take it from up here as well. Somehow, I suspect that guy wasn't alone. And somehow, I was right. Too far away. Well, I can always build a radar tower. Oh, I do not have any beacons. So I cannot build a radar tower. These snack trees are rather sturdy little plants, being able to grow out of the rock. So what's the best way of getting power? I assume that the best way would be to have an inverted ramp inside of the mountain there. So I can connect this to, say, here. And I can connect that to there. I doubt it's going to be possible to connect it like that. No, it isn't. But now I can deal with the rest from down there. So one thing that I will do now that the wasps are gone is that I will, because this water is too shallow anyways to have water pumps in, so I'll extend that part of the base so that I can build the refinery much larger scale than it currently is. However, I don't want to be too far out here due to the fact that we do need water, but I think this is too shallow. No, it isn't. Okay, so this looks like a good place to end this foundation spree. I'll have to come back here and finish the foundations. I don't want to mess with that in the episode though. So we can connect that power pole to there. Move this, not the foundation, fence. Build a new fence. That's the wrong way. Fence the correct way here. Then let's place down a Mark II power pole there. And we want to connect it up to the power pole. Hey, go away. These before we remove that one. And then we can connect this to that. Now the question is, will the bauxite start coming down? We'll pick up the car. It's going to be quite the size refinery. Oh, that's loud. I worry that the bauxite doesn't come down yet, because I don't think that that second part of the I can't see any coming down at all. Okay. That's not very promising. First one should at least have some. I wish there was a simpler way to get up there rather than having to use this. Well, you've seen me do this before. I will pause the recording here and I'll get back to you when I stop. Here we are. At least those crappy creatures haven't respawned. But this thing doesn't have power. No power. Now I regret not building a jetpack. Definitely connected up to one another. Just save the game. Definitely connected up, so where did I go wrong? You are not serious with me. I didn't need to have to take that trick after all, did I? And I'm sure you've all been aware of that all this time, trying to tell me through the screen that, Caledorn, you didn't connect the final power pole. Mistakes are made. I have to go pick up the car again too. Ah well. You connect to you. Thank you. Now I hope this works, so that I don't have to go back up there. It's not the most fun journey. I think there's a bug with a poison thing inside of the mountain there. I can't see any bauxite coming down, so that's not a good sign. Just go make sure that all these power poles are connected. This one has power. This one has power. This one has power. They are definitely connected up. There is no doubt about that. I think that they are just too far away from me to see, because I distinctly remember connecting those together. Although that might be where the issue is. Nope, there we go. They're definitely connected. I know the miner takes a little time to get started, but it shouldn't take that long. Which points to the fact... No, there it is. The bauxite is here. Yay! Okay. So, it works. Huh. Interesting. Didn't expect that. Okay, so to deal with bauxite. That is an interesting process. Needs to be done in a refinery, I think. Probably have the bauxite refining over here, so that it's out of the way. Why have I kept this around? Going to respawn anything anyways. Ooh. There's a doggo. A refinery anyways. It takes bauxite. And water. Creates 80 cubic meters of alumina solution per minute. And also 20 silica. Ah, that's an annoying amount of water. Building that much water with that many pipes. I have 480 bauxite ore coming down the mountain, and it requires 70 per minute. 6.85, 86, 857 refineries that can make the alumina solution. Now the silica, I already have plenty of silica. I think the silica I'll just rush off into an awesome sink, to be honest. When I have the alumina solution, let me just write this down. So I can have 6.857 refinery, and 80 times 6.8 is 544. $548 with a clocked refiner. Sorry, I touched the microphone there. And then that needs to be... Oh god, this needs water as well. So that requires 240 alumina solution per minute. Is 2.26 refineries. Although I suspect that having 2 of the refineries making aluminium scrap fine, because it creates 360 per minute, so that's 720 aluminium scrap. But it also outputs petroleum coke, which I can again just put into, at least I think I can put petroleum coke into an awesome sink. If not, the petroleum coke can be used to for aluminium refinement. So what you're telling me is that if I want to smelt aluminium ingots, I'm going to require coke in addition. No, it requires silica. I'm going to end up with 160 aluminium ingots. And furthermore, after that, I'm going to need... Yeah. I'm going to get 60 alclad aluminium sheets. Sorry. Sheets. But I also need copper ingots. Ooh, yeah. This is going to be a highly interesting setup. I would do it on camera, but that would require me doing it over many episodes, and I don't think that's going to be much fun because I'm going to have to stop and think and all the things. So this is something that I'm most definitely going to do off camera and just show when I have done. Right. Let's go pick up the car. This is going to be one big conundrum. Petroleum coke. Something else I can use that for. Browser. Petroleum coke. Not really. Wait, the aluminium scrap requires petroleum coke. It didn't make it. It produces aluminium scrap and water. And it takes alumina solution and petroleum coke. Interesting. That water should be quite poisonous. Bauxite refining is not a clean process. That's for sure. Yay, you're not supposed to walk inside my hyper tube. Let's go grab those nuts from the snack tree there. Ate quite a few nuts when bought those evil goats from outer space, so yeah. I'm going to head back to the base, pick up some ingredients, and head on out to do the refinery then. The alkyd aluminium sheets are the next part we need to do the tech research in the hub. So it is the next logical step for me to do. I do wonder though if we get more things from the MAM. If there are any other trees that need to be researched. Final thing that I haven't researched is this radio control unit, which we do need the alkyd aluminium sheets for. And other than that, I think I have everything 100%. Yep. I haven't found all of the alternate recipes, so I should be doing that, but let's just say that I have different priorities right now. The nuts we can equip. I should stop using nuts as a healing source. I should start using the pale berries, or even make the medicinal inhalers instead. Yeah, that looks to be it. I'm not sure why I'm carrying around rubber. Don't use that in buildings, at least. Well, I have my work cut out for me, at least. So I hope that you enjoyed the episode, and definitely enough waffling, that's for sure, up and down and back and forth, and all just because I forgot to connect the power pole. But hopefully it was enjoyable anyways. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next episode, hopefully with bauxite refining up and running.